Right, let's look at the quiz 4, number 3, examples. Right, let's look at something similar to part A. Right, so you have a function and we want to take the derivative. Right, so let's do that. Before we take the derivative, we want to simplify it so that we can take the derivative more easily. Right. So the first one looks good, so I'll keep it as it is. So 4x to the 1.25 power. All right, this one we can write it as, okay, you have a negative sign. X is sitting on the bottom, so which means that it's going to be a negative power. All right, there's a square, so it's 2. Right, so cube root, so it's going to be 1/3. So it's going to be a negative 2/3 power. And the last two terms looks good, so I'll just keep them as they are. Right, then we're going to use a power rule to take the derivative. Right, so it's y prime is equal to, right, so put 1.25 in front. So 4 is already there, so 4 times 1.25 would be 5, right, x, and subtract 1 from 1.25, so it's going to be 0.25, right? Then for the second term, so we put negative 2/3 in front. There's already a negative sign, so it's going to be a positive 2/3. Then you have x, right? They subtract 1 from negative 2/3, so it's going to be negative 5/3, right? Then derivative of 3x is 3, and derivative of negative 5 is 0, right? So that's the derivative of the given function. All right, and let's look at the part B. All right, part B is a rational function. All right, before we take the derivative, just like part A, we're gonna simplify a little bit. Right, so we're gonna split this fraction into 3 parts. So first part would be 3x to the 5th over x cubed, right? We can simplify it. So x cubed cancel out, so you have x to the 5th, so it's going to turn into x squared, right? Then you have a negative sign here, so I put the negative sign here, right? Then the second quotient is 5x cubed over x cubed. So you have a 5x cubed over x cubed. So you can cancel x cubed and x cubed. So you just have 5 left. Right, there's a plus sign, so we have a plus here. Right, then you have last quotient is 4x over x cubed. So you have 4x over x cubed. Right, so 1x cancel out, so this is going to be turned into square on the bottom. Right, so clean up a little bit. So you have 3x squared minus 5 plus 4 times x to the negative 2. Right? Right, so we haven't taken the derivative yet, so we're going to have to take the derivative. Y prime is equal to, I put 2 in front, so 3 times 2 is 6, x to the, subtract 1 from the power, so it's just going to be a first power. Derivative of negative 5 is 0, so I'm not going to write it down, right? Then negative 2 in front, so it's going to be 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. you have x, and subtract 1 from -2. So it's going to be -3 power, right? So this is the derivative. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.